Hello and welcome to a special show on Give India's Caring for India campaign, an initiative to help protect our medical caregivers in the fight against the coronavirus outbreak in our country. In the battle against coronavirus, each one of us must come together. Give India is working and supporting NGOs all across the country to gear the frontline workers with the required ammunition against COVID-19. ACT Grants is a startup community which has come forward for this cause. They joined hands with Give India when the non-profit presented the Eye for India concert. Supporting frontline workers and COVID warriors with PPE kits has been the major focus of ACT Grants in their partnership with Give India. Together, they have reached out to 35 COVID hospitals and healthcare centres in 8 cities with PPE kits and protective gear. In their endeavours to explore newer processes to strengthen the health infrastructure, both ACT Grants and Give India are now looking at exploring interventions such as HFNC. It also focuses on remote ICUs, rural healthcare system and collectivizing rural communities. Now let's speak with Mekin Maheshwari, the founder of Udhyam Foundation. Thank you so much, Mr. Maheshwari, for joining us. What is ACT Grants and why was it established?
Hi, thank you for having me on the show. So ACT Grants is an initiative that was taken by a bunch of folks from the startup ecosystem, entrepreneurs, VCs. A bunch of us got together as the pandemic hit us to think about what is it that we could do. And as we started speaking, we realized that, okay, let's see, we can play some role in fighting the pandemic. Some of the VCs initiated it and created a small fund, which quickly, as we spoke to more and more people, gravitated towards it. So in a short period of time, about 100 crore corpus was built towards causes that were fighting COVID. So think of it as a philanthropic initiative created to fight COVID by the startup and the VC ecosystem. And it was established to fight, as in to learn about what is happening with COVID and to fight it. What are the ways in which India could deal with COVID? What might be some of the innovations, some of the ventures that were working towards making an impact on what might have been happening with COVID and seeing how could this support them.
Y'all have monitored over 45,000 patients in home quarantine, as in their homes. Y'all have also tested 50,000 plus patients, through innovative technologies like mobile vans, booth screening. So with all this work which y'all have done on ground, what is the impact of the work seen?
So far, ACT has supported over 45 grantees across over 8 tracks, as we call them. We started out initially backing out initiatives in the areas of prevention, in areas around figuring out testing and enabling a lot more of testing happening. We initially also funded initiatives that were backing PPE kits and supply of PPE kits. Also, early on, we were backing things that enabled ventilators to become more productive and ventilators to be able to be more impactful. Over time, as the pandemic progressed, we learned quite a bit and then evolved to backing initiatives that were helping with home quarantining. So as an example, initiatives that ACT has backed has helped over 45,000 patients be monitored in home quarantine. Right? So similarly, from a test sample collection in terms of whether it's innovative technologies like mobile vans, boats, over 50,000 plus test sampling collection has been possible thanks to ACT's grants. A large part of it has been in the space of telemedicine, so letting people stay at home and answer their fears in terms of their worries about COVID or otherwise. So groups that we have backed, like Step One, SWAST, have had a reach of over, I think, 15 states where they are serving the state helplines and have volunteer networks of over 8,000 doctors who are answering patient queries across many different languages.
Thank you so much, Mr. Maheshwari, for speaking with us. Now let's go across to Aarti Mohan, co-founder and partner, Sattva Consulting. Aarti, after testing positive for COVID-19, most of the patients are in a state of panic. They don't know what to do. They need a lot of guidance. And most of them have, the key concern is lack of information on what they should do. What should the next step be? Should they be treated at home or do they need to be hospitalized? So tell us about ACT's playbooks.
So ACT works on 4 key priority areas. That is, for the first is on oxygen therapy, on home quarantine management, remote ICU support, and telemedicine, because we've seen these as the 4 critical areas that healthcare needs to support in the light of the COVID pandemic. And in the process of operationalizing this with different state governments, I mean, we've done this with about 8 state governments now, we realized that there's a lot of nuance in the know-how in deployment, in observing how it is being used. And this knowledge could be very useful for the ecosystem because all of us are deploying solutions for the first time and seeing how they work and learning from it to then deploy it even faster. So in order for us to capture and share this knowledge of having operationalized these many solutions for the first time with state governments, we put together this playbook. The playbook is easily available to individuals. It can be downloaded from our website, actgrants.in/act resources.
Who are the ones that have benefited the most? And also, if you could tell our viewers that how have they benefited with the playbooks?
We see the playbook being used by decision makers and administration leaders that will be implementing and deploying these solutions in different contexts. So therefore, government officials, philanthropic organizations, CSR organizations, and other NGO implementation organizations as well. So governments, for example, can use these solution playbooks to see how it has worked in another state or in another district and see what is interoperable, what can be picked up and contextualized to their systems that they are using. And this is also how governments have reached out to us. And then ACT can support in actually deploying it and actually bringing together the solution providers to be able to implement such a solution effectively. We've successfully run our solutions in this manner in Karnataka, Delhi, Andhra Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Haryana, Tamil Nadu, and in many more states. We also see the solution playbooks being effective in the post-COVID healthcare solutions know-how piece. And this is where any philanthropic organization, CSR, etc., that are looking to support the post-COVID healthcare efforts can refer to how it has worked in this context in different states and in different ways with based on the kind of healthcare provider and the kind of solution, and then be able to deploy it.
Thank you so much, Aarti, for speaking with us. Let's speak with Mr. Vivek Srivastava. He is the CEO, Healthcare at Home. Mr. Srivastava, with the number of cases going up in India, home quarantine eases the pressure on the existing overburdened healthcare infrastructure in our country. So how has home quarantine actually benefited the public?
The home quarantine has benefited the public because a lot of load which would have gone to the government or the private setup for patients has actually remained in home. And thus, we've been able to save a lot of hardship which people would have faced otherwise if they would have gone for beds. We've treated about 1 lakh patients. Imagine those lakh patients had gone to the hospitals for beds. What would have been the bed capacity? So that's one. On the cost saving side, this costs very small fraction of what you will spend in a private hospital. Private hospital would spend about 1 lakh rupees plus. So this is like in few thousand rupees, and in many cases when like we are working with the Karnataka government and the Delhi government, it's free for the consumer, and it's very cheap for the government as well.
Besides treating more than 71,000 patients at home, how has it impacted overall?
I think the impact has been phenomenal, right? One, we've handled about 1 lakh patients till now. And the recovery rate have been, roughly around 75%. The mortality has been extremely low, much lesser than 1%. The load on the system for the government has reduced because we have taken some load off. And this has been very, very effective. So, all governments should actually try this and get this executed as soon as possible.
Thank you, Mr. Srivastava, for speaking with us. And now let's talk about Dozy. It's a device which can track your health daily, like an ICU facility from the comfort of our own homes. It monitors your heart rate, respiration, sleep, and stress levels throughout the night. In fact, it is over 98% accurate as compared to medical devices. The AI in Dozy tracks your health and also alerts about anomalies, about potential diseases. Now let's speak with Mr. Mudit Danwate. He's the CEO of Dozy. Mr. Danwate, tell us, what is step-down ICU?
So Dozy, our proprietary technology that we have built, entirely made in India technology, it is a thin sheet of sensor that goes under the mattress near the chest of the user, right? So without using any kind of wires or electrodes, it catches vibration produced in every heartbeat and every respiration cycle, thereby capturing all the vitals like heart rate, respiration rate. It also connects to different probe as well to capture oxygen saturation as well. And this entire data is available remotely. So where healthcare workers, clinicians can access all of this information remotely on their laptops, on their mobile phones, and also can set up alerts as well, right? So in this entire system, any bed, right, can be given a care which ICU is more accustomed to.
So apart from this, I also read somewhere that Dozy can actually detect heart failure and make us aware of the condition of our heart along with the other illnesses. Tell us, what is the impact that you all have seen till now?
So if I talk about impact, so far in the COVID situation itself, right, we have deployed more than 1,500 devices in 8 states in country, in all COVID care wards, in quarantine centers, even in home settings as well, right? And the entire data is coming remotely, thereby keeping the healthcare workers safe, right? Because now nurses don't have to go near the patient for collecting vitals. They can remotely do that. And also saving the crucial nursing hours, right? So in the computation that we have done, we have saved more than 10,000 nursing hours, which I think would have helped our frontline workers as well, right? So that has been the impact of the solution so far.
Thank you, Mr. Danwate, and it's time for a short break. And when we are back, we're going to talk about Axe Mask campaign. Welcome back. A nationwide survey spread over 18 cities, an initiative by Ek Desh to understand overall compliance around wearing of masks, shows that only 44% Indians are wearing a mask, while awareness levels around masks is quite high, which is about 90%. So as the country is inching towards a complete unlock, wearing a mask properly, maintaining social distancing and hand hygiene will be the 3 essentials in the prevention of COVID-19. Joining us now is Poonam Kaul. She's the founder of Ek Desh. So Poonam, tell us, what is ACT's goal with the mask awareness campaign?
Our goal at the moment is actually to drive 100% mask compliance. We've set ourselves a mission of masking 1 billion people, because we believe masks save lives. And there is enough evidence to support that. If people wear masks, it helps in the control of the spread. It helps in reducing the viral load. There is, if you look at the MIT study, which said that between April 1 and June 1, if US had masked up, they would have had 40% less deaths. So mask is the only vaccine, we believe, till the vaccine comes in. And in that context, we also did a research some time back in July, where we figured that there is 90% awareness on masks. Look at the country at the moment, and since the lockdown, if you step back, everyone has talked about wearing masks, whether it's the government machinery, starting from the Honorable Prime Minister downwards, right down to the district collector level, everybody has talked about masks and the importance of masks. But and look at the celebrities. You have had Amitabh Bachchan and Akshay Kumar and everyone talking about masks. But it's not sticking. People know it, but people are not wearing it. And again, in the research, one of the reasons we got for non-compliance, when we heard that 44% people are only wearing a mask when they step out, the reason was inconvenience, which stood at about 50%. 48% was disbelief that it won't help. And there was also another 40%, which was about invincibility. Mujhe nahi hoga. So our campaign, therefore, was really pegged on talking about inconvenience. And our Corona Soldier campaign that we launched on 15th of August, that was really based on the fact that today the front lines have changed. While our soldiers protect our borders every single day, every single hour, every citizen in the country needs to step up and become a Corona soldier.
Okay, Poonam, tell us, what is the response that you have got from this mask awareness campaign?
We're very, very delighted with the support we've got with the launch of this campaign. We launched it on August 15, and since then we've had we've reached out to about 65 million people, and we've had about 30 million views of the campaign. But more importantly, we've had about 200,000 people come to our website and pledge to become a soldier. Which, when you come to our website, the pledge basically says that every time you step out, you will wear a mask. You will ensure that your family and your friends are wearing a mask. So it's actually urging people, appealing to people to come and take a pledge and ensure that people around you are doing that. And that's really been the goal. And that's very heartening that, we've had people supporting us. We actually did a campaign last Sunday where we had people change their profile names as well to I'm a Corona soldier. So, you had Miss Kiran Majumdar-Shaw become Corona soldier Kiran Majumdar-Shaw. You had Mr. Rajan Anandan becoming Corona soldier Rajan Anandan. And we had a lot of support again from the other influencers. So it's been very heartening. But like I said, I think we've just started. There's a billion to cover.
Thank you, Poonam, for speaking with us. So masks being one of the primary weapons to fight against COVID-19, ACT and Arvind Limited together have distributed over 10 lakh masks, and they aim to distribute another 85 lakhs in the next 3 months. So let's speak with Ashish Kumar, CEO for Apparel, Advanced Materials and Environmental Solutions, Arvind Limited. Ashish, tell us, what is the key objective of the ACT Arvind Mills partnership?
So, Arvind ACT partnership is formed to basically support the India's resolve to become self-reliant in production of N95 masks. Arvind Limited is, obviously one of the old textile mill which has different business divisions, and ACT have kind of come together to produce close to about 30 million masks in the next 12 months. Out of this, approximately 9 million masks is what is going to go to the frontline workers along with ACT as a contribution to what they are doing to fight this pandemic.
How big is the impact of this partnership on ground?
So, the whole idea when we got together was that how quickly we can create a sustainable, scalable model where we produce masks which are conforming to the world benchmarks and supply them to India, because initially a lot of it was kind of imported. And in a record time, we got together and we set up the machines, and today we are producing the mask, and we are hoping that it will help and it will make an impact, because roughly we are targeting to produce 10% of the total masks which are required or which are going to be required in the next 12 months.
Thank you, Ashish, for being with us. To protect ourselves and our loved ones, wearing a mask is critical in the battle against COVID-19. Let us all pledge to wear masks.
आओ तो जोश चला गया 15 अगस्त और उसके साथ शायद देशभक्ति भी, पर एक सोल्जर तो पूरा साल अपने दुश्मनों से लड़ता रहता है। आपको भी लड़ते रहना है कोरोना से, क्योंकि आप भी तो हैं एक सोल्जर, कोरोना सोल्जर। अपने आसपास के लोगों को मास्क पहनाइए और उन्हें भी कोरोना सोल्जर बनाइए और फिर जोश से कहिए, मैं हूं कोरोना सोल्जर। इस जंग में जुड़ने के लिए IamACoronaSoldier.com पे रजिस्टर करो, मास्क पहनो, कोरोना सोल्जर बनो। मास्क का वार, कोरोना की हार।
The COVID-19 pandemic has affected millions of people globally, and the fight will be long. Everyone is doing their bit in this fight against COVID-19. NGOs like Give India are helping the cause. ACT Grants is one of the major partners in this battle in protecting the frontline workers and also supporting the medical infrastructure. The frontline workers are already fighting a whole new battle. It's time we come together, acknowledge their selfless work and also support them in this battle. Thank you so much for watching.